Hey guys, it's Michelle from Complete Wellness, and today I want to talk to you about past mistakes. I'm going to drop a bombshell on you right away, so please sit down. The past is the past. Let that sink in on you for a minute. So that means you can't do anything about it. There is nothing you can do about 5 seconds ago or 5 years ago. All of it is inconsequential. There's nothing you could do. So why would you dwell on it? The only reason you should be dwelling on something from the past is because it brings you joy. Remember that time I was a senior in... Okay, cool. It brings you joy. So what you focus on expands. It creates a vibration in you that attracts more of it to you. So if it's creating joy, run with it. More power to you. But in the case of mistakes and things that we regret, again, what you focus on expands. So if that's what you're focusing on, how is that serving you? Now, if it's something that's happening in your life currently, it's an ongoing thing, that's one thing. But if it's a past mistake, and you've done all you can to rectify it, why are you staying there, mentally or otherwise? You know this, but I'm going to tell it to you anyway. You can't make someone forgive you. So if someone is just either one, bound and determined to punish you because they haven't let it go. Even when someone says, I forgive you, let's work this out, they keep bringing it up, they keep hammering you over the head. Every argument you get into, they always go back to that. Oh, they're not over it. So don't lie to me. Don't tell me you forgave me and then you're going to keep punishing me for it. For one. And for two, just because that person doesn't forgive you, doesn't mean you can't forgive yourself. It's okay. You are your best friend. You should be. Even if you've done some shitty things in your past. Today is it's a chance to change that. So you did something shitty when you were 20 or whatever. That doesn't define you for the rest of your life. Thankfully, you wake up tomorrow, you have a new chance, a new opportunity to create who you want to be now. There have been people who've done, got some rotten starts in life and done some reprehensible things that have gone on to live exemplary lives because they took that as a wake-up call, as a turning point to change things for the better. And if you're in that boat and you're dealing with people who just keep nailing you to the cross and they keep bringing it up, number one, they didn't forgive you. And number two, that's now their problem. You can only do so much to rectify what happened, the past tense. And if they're not willing to forgive you, or give them a benefit of the doubt, maybe they thought they could, but you can see in their behavior they haven't, you may have to just say goodbye to that relationship, whether it's a friend or even a family member. If every time you get around someone, or every time they get the slightest disappointed in you or mad at you, they hammer you over the head with it, why would you put yourself in that position to continue to be crucified over something that you can't change? And if you're on the flip side of that, and you're the one doing the hammering, you need to dive into yourself and figure out, maybe you can't forgive them. Maybe what they did just hurt you so deeply, or it's so fresh, that you can't get past it. Hey, be honest about it. It's okay. Look, that hurt. And I'm not in a position where I feel comfortable, where I feel like I can be truly honest in saying, it's okay. It's done. Because if you know in your heart you're going to keep bringing it up. You're not over it. And that's not fair to you. It's not fair to them. Dwell on it long enough to identify what you don't like about it, what you can improve upon about it, what you can learn from it that's going to serve you. But the rest of it is shit. The rest of it is only going to hurt you and others. To keep berating yourself over something that isn't serving you, and it's wasting time. If you can turn it around, turn it around. If there is something you can say or do that makes it better instantly or whatever, then do that and say that. But if you've done it all and it doesn't seem to be helping matters, no one can make you feel guilty without your permission. No one can make you feel anything without your permission. So if it's a thing that you have control over, take that control. You know, run that out the length of the leash on it till you've gotten everything you can get out of it. But if it doesn't feel good, it's not serving you. It hits you just long enough to, that was a shitty thing I did. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, apologize, make it right. But if you tried everything that you can and that offering is not satisfactory to the receiving party, you just have to accept this isn't a rectifiable thing. This isn't something that I can fix. And I've done all I know to do. So you got to keep it moving. They will have to deal with it how they deal with it. That's for them to deal with. How they're going to deal with it. You can't control that. So when you've done all you can, then that's their journey, the rest of that. You have to get about your journey. You have to move on. Sometimes something's not fixable by you. You have to let time do its thing, or that thing is over. That part of your, that thing in your life, or the season in your life, the relationship in your life is done. Yeah, and you have to move on. You will learn and grow from it. They will learn and grow from it. And you have to accept that and move on. When you're choosing to hold on to the past, you block any new thing that could be coming to you. So, you know, you can only focus on one thing at a time. So you're focusing on this bad thing. I wish I had this, and I wish they were like that, and I wish I could make this right. Is energy given to a thing that can't produce new results. Past you growing from it. You can't control the people, you can't go back in time and do it differently. So the time and the effort and the energy that you're giving this thing that's already passed, it's done. If you could redirect that and apply that to something that you can invest your time and effort and energy into, something that's going to bring you new results, new opportunities, new people. It's just a wasted opportunity when you stay looking at a thing that's already happened, it's already done, it's already told its story, it's the story that it was. Now, you're blocking, because of your attention on this, you're not able to look at this new thing that could be 10 times better, that could turn this whole thing around. But you're not looking at it because you're focused on the past. You don't see the new thing that's right in front of you. When you're seeking to get beyond a past thing, a past hurt, maybe you've been hurt or you did the hurt, whatever the case, a key to breaking that off of you in a long-term, meaningful way is creating new patterns, creating new habits. So, and I'll have to drop a link on, I did a thing on changing or replacing habits to change them effectively. But things like breaking up with an ex, breaking up with someone and maybe you frequented the same places. Maybe you gotta avoid those places now. You have to set new patterns. We always did that activity every Thursday. We played pool. We were in a league. If you really want to move past it, you want to get better, you want to not focus on it, then you don't go there. You have to care about your well-being enough to say, I'm not over this. It brings me pain. Don't go. Break that. And move on to something different. Make a new pattern. Go to a friend's house. Go make that movie night with a friend rather than what it was with your ex or whatever the case may be.